Alright, now we're going to put together the back arms for the wheels, the rear arms. I've got one laid out here on from the buggy all the way out to the hub, and then this over here is the other one. I'm not going to film doing both because they're exactly the same, so we're just going to go through one, and I'm going to see if I can get it knocked out okay. So one thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that when I took this apart, these wheel axle carriers had bushings in them. So these were the bushings that went in here, and I've since now I'm going to upgrade to ball bearings. So that's going to be the first neat addition. So those slide in there just like that. You get one for each side, and then those go in there. A little hard to get those pushed on the inside where they need to be because of the indentation, so you got to get a tool to do it. And this nut driver happens to fit in there very well and takes care of the job. Another thing that we're going to do is go ahead, before I go any further, and take the ball joint and go ahead and screw it into here as well, because it's just a lot easier to do it now than later. This is attached to the arms with the turnbuckles that I made, and I'll put those on at a later time because you need the buggy to do that, and right now I'm just doing this part. So there's that. Alright, voila. So, and that goes towards the front of the vehicle. I'm pretty sure I got a, yep, that goes towards the front of the vehicle. So if this goes like that, this here is the left side, so the front of the vehicle is up that way, so this goes just like that. Alright, so then we take the axle slides in with the bearings just like that. You know, it helps if you put it in the right way. That would have been funny, huh? Alright. They have a washer here, and it's coned shaped, so you got to make sure to put the cone piece towards the bearing. So this goes in like that, and then this goes against the bearing like such. Alright. And then to hold it all together, there's a little pin which goes through that hole right there. And this is like a roll pin, a keyed pin. There's different names of them. But if you can just get it started like that, sometimes you can just push them through. Sometimes you have to get a vise and go to town with it. But I'm going to try a pair of slip joint pliers and see what I can do to make it go on through there. The trick is not hindering the backside while you're pushing it in there. Also, another good trick is don't pinch your fingers. That may not feel too good. I tell you what, it's slick with them ball bearings in there. It definitely is a change from when I took it apart, for sure. Alright, it's going. It's a slow process. And when it's tight, it's supposed to be tight because this is actually what's going to be driving your car. This little pin sets into the wheel and turns your wheels. So got to make sure that that is good to go. Can't block the back side of that while you're pushing it in. That's why it takes some time to get it all lined up, because I can't push it and block the hole where it's going at the same time. Ooh, slipped off. Alright, so see, it's made its way through. Just want to look at it pretty decently and make sure that it's pretty even. It looks like it's just about there. Alright, so that's it. And that makes the hub carrier. Alright, so then hub carrier goes on this arm, which we talked about before with these pins, and I put the graphite on them. And today I don't have my glove on, but these have been over 24 hours now, so I don't think that's going to come off too easily on me. The clip went on, and I think while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and do the other one because I got all the tools in my hand to do it, and it makes it that much more easier. Again, I take these, spin them around like that, and if it don't fly off in the room, then it's seated and it's in the groove where it needs to be. Alright, so we slide one in. Remember, the ball goes towards the front of the car, and line up the holes. There's one in there somewhere. Just like that. And that one's in. I'll pick up the other E-clip, slide it in the other side. It'll only go so far because my pliers get in the way. Then we change over to these and snap it on in like so. And this piece is what goes onto the car. Slide this into this hole all the way through. Pick up the last E-clip. And slide it in its groove. Gets it started just like that, and then push it on the final bit. And that, and look at this. I let go of it all. Well, this won't go any further because there's stops on it, but you could do it this way and it falls all the way down. I'll tell you, that graphite is awesome. And here is this piece, and then of course those got ball bearings in them, so that is pretty slick. Okay, I'm going to do the other one and then we'll come back later.